hands back to your feet. Fold over your legs. With your hands, walk slowly up your legs. Stay in this kind of huddle position, hands just over the tops of your knees. Look forward. As you inhale, stick your tailbone out, lift your chest. Exhale out your mouth, round your spine. Hold the breath out. Suction your belly button up towards your ribs. Imagine you're going to take an inhale, but don't yet. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. Stay for your exhale. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, spread everything out. Exhale quickly out your mouth and round your back. Hold your breath out. Get as round as you can. Flare your ribs out. Inhale, release. Stay for your exhale. 1 more time. If ever there's a feeling of anxiety in the aftermath of a breath practice, you just stop and you breathe normal, easy, no effort. Inhale. Quick out your mouth, round your back. Hold the breath out. Really, really pull your navel in. Get wider in your ribs. Release, inhale, and stand up. Walk forward. I know you're looking at my feet on the computer, but that's really all you need to see for right now. Step to the top of your mat and bring your feet together to touch. Relax your arms alongside your body. We're going to move through a vinyasa where we're not using our hands on the floor, so we're going to be using a lot of leg strength and balance. We'll go very slow these first couple rounds. On an inhale, sweep your arms up to the ceiling, look up. As you exhale, swan dive forward, bring your hands behind your back and clasp them together. Inhale, bend your knees to 90, look forward. Keep stretching your knuckles away from your head. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Inhale, chest up, pull your knuckles back away from your head. And exhale, forward fold. Bring your left foot all the way in, drop your head. Inhale, swing your arms forward and up, come to standing, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down alongside your body. And we'll lead with the other side. Inhale, circle your arms out and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, behind your back, clasp the opposite thumb on top, drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees to 90, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Push the floor, inhale, chest up, knuckles back. Exhale, fold forward, step your right foot forward, drop your head. Inhale, swing your arms forward and up, stand up. Exhale, arms down alongside your body. We're going to do this 2 more times with each leg, so 4 more rounds. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Interlace your hands at your back. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, right foot back, exhale. Push with your feet to lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chest forward, step forward, drop your head. Inhale, swing your arms forward and up, stand up. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach to the sky, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the opposite interlace of your hands at your back. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Right foot steps back, exhale. Push with your feet to lift up. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, swing your arms forward and up. And exhale, arms down. Very last round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, interlace your hands. Inhale, bend your knees to 90, look forward. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, chest up, knuckles back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, sweep your arms, look up, and exhale, arms down. Very last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, interlace the opposite thumb on top. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, chest up, knuckles back. And exhale, fold, step your right foot forward, drop your head. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down alongside your body. Stay for a breath, mountain pose. Find the horizon line in front of you, just some soft place to focus your eyes, and let your tissue soften around this moment. Okay. Step back toward the middle of your mat. Open up your feet about hips width distance apart, and you're going to sit back like 50% of a chair pose. So not quite all the way back, not quite as deep as you could go. Press down and out with both of your feet and feel how the perimeter of your pelvis kind of lights up. You just get more clear on what your width is. Keep all of your width. Shift your weight into your left foot and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right ankle a lot. Try to keep your pelvis level right to left. There's a bit of engagement of your glutes here. Now you can start to sit back to the depth of your chair pose. Option to reach your arms up alongside your head or keep your hands on your hips. Inhale, feel this softening and deepening in your pelvis, and as you exhale, hug in and up through that perineal tissue. Get longer through your spine. Another place to focus is bringing your front ribs back a little bit so there's more of a cylindrical quality to your torso. Couple more breaths here. Press your legs into each other. And then hold on to the front of your right ankle with your right hand. Stand up for Vrikshasana tree pose. Press your right heel into your left inner thigh. Bring your hands to your hips or together in front of your chest in prayer. Draw in and up through the base of your torso, and you can create an anchor for that by pressing your left heel a little deeper into the ground. Option to lift your arms for this last breath. And then to release, step your right foot down across your left so your ankles are crossed. Your toes will not line up. Your right toes will be a little bit ahead of your left toes. Push the inner edges of your feet down into the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward and fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. If this doesn't work for you, if it's painful, stack your legs like you're standing on a balance beam, or just come to Uttanasana, feet side by side. If you've got your ankles crossed, bend your left knee a little bit. That's your back leg. Bend it a little bit and squeeze your thighs together. Relax your head. Last deep breath. Hug your legs in as you push the insteps of your feet down. And then look forward. Scoot your hands forward a little bit. I want you to step your right foot forward towards your left hand. Step your left foot straight back like you were on a tightrope. And then with your right ankle super flexed, start to let your right knee and shin open to the right. It's like 50% of a pigeon pose. So we're not quite going into the full pigeon. Press the pinky edge of your right foot down strongly. Flex your ankle. As you inhale, let your hips melt down and forward, lift your chest. Exhale, kick the floor and straighten your right leg any amount. Maybe it's a lot. Inhale, 50% of a pigeon, lift your chest. Exhale, push with your right foot, straighten your leg, drop your head. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. This exhale, extend your right leg, bring your hands to the long left edge of your mat and come into a wide straddle forward fold. Give yourself enough distance between your legs to really hang, but not so much that your head touches the floor. If your head touches the floor, your feet are too wide for today. Come onto your hands. Heel toe your feet towards center. When your feet are about shoulders width distance apart or hips width distance apart, start to walk your hands up your thighs again. Come into this huddle position. Stay here and take Ujjayi breath, or we're going to do 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha Kriya again. So inhale, extend your spine. Quick exhale out the mouth, round your back. Keep the exhale out. Don't breathe in. Hollow out your belly as much as you can and flare your ribs. And then to release, look forward, inhale, let your belly drop. Stay for an exhale. Inhale. Quick exhale out your mouth, round your back. Hollow out your belly. Create a vacuum in your diaphragm. Release, inhale. Stay for exhale. If you're feeling dizzy, stop. If you've got room for 1 more, last round. And release. Stand up slowly, please. Come to mountain pose. Okay. Stand in the middle of your mat, but turn to face the front edge of your mat. Bring your feet to hips width distance apart, hands on hips, and press your feet down and out like you were trying to spread your mat apart with your feet. Sense that activation of the outer line of your tissue and let that bring your awareness to your width, and let that be a good thing, okay? Sense your width, your outer perimeter of your hips. Come into about 50% of a chair pose. Bring your weight into your right leg entirely and stack your left outer ankle onto your right thigh. Figure 4. Flex your left ankle a lot. Even out your pelvis as much as you can. Engage your glutes. Sink down into chair pose. Your arms can stay down or reach your arms alongside your head. Drag your bottom ribs down toward your pelvis and get wider across the back of your rib cage. Press your legs into one another. Stay for another long, slow, deep breath. Now grab the front of your left ankle with your left hand. Come up for Vrikshasana tree pose. Your arms can go back up alongside your head or your hands can stay down. Anchor your right heel into the floor. Draw in and up through the center of your body. Bring that perineal tissue up with each exhale. Lengthen your spine. Make sure you also sense the drop of the perineal tissue, the expansion. Remind yourself that it's not just a clench holding you up, but the earth itself, the force of gravity. Now as we come down, you're going to step your left foot to the outside of your right, cross your ankles. Make adjustments here according to your sensational experience. You could stand like you're on a balance beam, or simply feet side by side. Hinge over the hips and fold. Make sure to keep your right knee, that's your back leg, slightly bent. Squeeze inner thighs as you push your big toe knuckles down into the ground. Relax your head. And gently walk your hands forward. Step your left foot forward behind your right. Slide your right foot back like you're on a tightrope, and then flex your left ankle a lot. You might actually turn your left toes out a little bit. Create that pigeon shape. And as you inhale, come about halfway towards pigeon. Let your hips melt, lift your chest. Exhale, kick your left leg towards straight. Let there be a difference, right to left. And inhale, flex the left ankle, come halfway towards pigeon. Exhale, kick the floor, pull your hips back, drop your head. Inhale, come down. Exhale. On your inhale, your left heel should not lift the floor, so make sure your left heel stays down as you come toward pigeon. Last one. And exhale. Now turn all the way into your wide straddle. I'm going to turn around so that you're not looking at my butt crack. Fold over between your legs. Find that sweet spot where you have a nice quality of release in your spine. Remember, your knees do bend, but your head should not easily touch the floor. Give yourself a break. Good, a little different on this transition. Come onto your hands if you're not already. Heel toe your feet in just slightly, and we're going to come into sumo stance. So toes turn out. Knees bend out over the toes. Rest your elbows or your hands on your thighs, either one. We're just here for a little bit of final juice and power in the legs. Establish your feet super strongly in the ground, and then lift your torso. And if that's not possible, if you feel like you're gonna fall back, don't turn your feet out so much. If there's something else going on making it impossible, use your hands for support. If you can come up, get your pelvis under your ribs, stack your head on top of your ribs, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, soften your gaze down and forward, and smooth out your breath. Meet yourself in between this kind of smooth, watery, cooling breath and the action, the deliberate, kind of forceful, stabilizing quality in your legs. Building, building, building in your legs. It's not forever, but it is for now. Two more breaths. Stretch your arms out, straighten your legs. Point all 10 toes straight ahead. Reach up overhead, inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Last standing pose. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other, if not the short edges of your mat. Bend your knees slightly. You're going to hinge forward over your hips. Make sure you're not just sticking your ass way out, but keep your weight in your heels. Hinge forward. Bring your left palm to the mat. Make a triangle with your feet. So my left hand, it's about under the line of my face. Slowly reach your right arm straight out to the side and up to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Come on down. Right hand flat. Left arm out to the side as you inhale, twist. Exhale, switch hands. Inhale, follow the hand with your eyes. Exhale, come down. Keep your legs strong. Inhale, swing open. And exhale. Now, revisit the quality of breath that moves all the way down into your depths. Your perineal tissue softens, spreads. Exhale, get longer. Two more each side. Right arm out. Good. Walk your hands over toward your right foot, back toward the top of your mat. Step back into downward facing dog. And then please come down onto your knees and just flip over onto your back. Lay down, bring your knees into your chest. Rock gently side to side. Couple options for this next piece. We're going to do a quick round of leg lifts. And we're alternating legs, which is my preference. If that's not your preference, you can just move your legs together. You can bring your hands down and grip onto the mat. That's will have a similar effect as putting your hands under your hips, although if you really have a low back injury, I recommend this. It's going to take some pressure off your abs. Last option is to take your hands behind your head and hold your head up off the floor with your hands and your abdominals, not your neck and your throat muscles. So whichever option you're taking, assume the position. As you inhale, right leg forward, hover your heel or gently tap your heel on the ground. Exhale, bring your legs together. Inhale, extend your left leg, hover or tap. And exhale. Keep going, and as always, keep some focus on the subtler sensation and experience of your breath. So that might mean your legs don't scissor apart as far. Another place to focus is to bring the sides of your waist down to the earth. Make sure you're not pulling up in your lower spine. It's also not important to flatten your back into the floor, but just magnetize the outer edges of your waist down. I'm going to be here for about 30 more seconds, so the number of repetitions is entirely based on your pacing. Make sure you're even. Finish up. When you're done, please fold your knees into your chest and again, wobble right to left. Now, plant your feet down and you can just gently brush the outer edges of your heels with your fingertips and then pull your shoulders up a little bit closer to your ears, palms face down. With inhale, press down through the full surface area of your feet, lift your pelvis, press your shoulders back. Exhale, slowly roll down. Inhale, push straight down through your shin bones, lift your hips, press your tailbone toward your knees, shoulders back. Exhale, come on down. Couple more times. Inhale up. Spread your ribs, spread your hips. Exhale down. Last one. And exhale. And now we're going to lift into bridge and hold it. So inhale, knees press forward as the shoulders pull back and down into the floor. Track your tailbone toward your knees. Pull your shoulders back, and if you want to, hug your shoulder blades together under your body and interlace your hands. Make sure your feet press down evenly, inner edges of your feet as heavy as outer edges. And then press your knees away from your chest, pull your chest away from your knees, lift your butt. Last breath. And undo your hands if they're bound. Lower down slowly. Take your arms out to a T position and step your feet as wide as your mat. Knock your knees against each other for a moment. Now lift your pelvis off the floor an inch and move it over to the left. You should feel a little zigzag in your body. With your hips offset to the left and your feet wide apart, lower your knees to the right. Bring the right foot to the top of your left thigh. Press your foot and your thigh into one another, and you might sense an increase in sensation across the front of the left thigh. You don't want to feel any twisting or pinching sensation in your knees or your low back. So if that's the case, you can disconnect your legs. This might feel a little gentler. Or you could take more of a traditional supine twist and stack your legs. If you're pushing your foot and your thigh into one another, remember to keep that effort localized. Soften through the head, neck, and chest. Allow for some sensation of movement deep in the pelvis as you breathe in and out. And then you're going to release this twist by coming up with your knees. Move your pelvis back to the middle of your mat and flop your legs down onto the ground. Reach your arms up alongside your head. Just kind of wiggle and stretch in a way that feels good. Open up your arms to a T. Bend both of your knees and stand your feet as wide as your mat. Offset your pelvis to the right. And then lower your knees to the left. Same rules apply here. Pinching, pressure that's uncomfortable is not part of the program, so adjust your shape accordingly. You could keep moving your butt to the right and then stack your knees on top of each other. You could just stay like you are or add sensation by pushing your left foot and right thigh into one another. It's not necessarily deepening the twist, but it is deepening the extension on the front of the right hip. So just tune into what you need more of. Allow for some sensation of movement in the pelvic floor. Remember the ground underneath you, holding up your weight. No need to grip in the head, neck, shoulders. Release the twist. Come back to center. Slide your legs out long. And again, arms up. Stretch and wiggle in any way that feels good. Before we come into our final resting pose, I invite you to roll over onto your side and come up. Extend your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana. And in this shape, a couple things to keep in mind. Hug your legs toward one another, and if you're really flexible naturally in your low back or your hamstrings, lift the backs of your knees away from the floor a little bit. That'll help you deepen the crease at your hips and take a little pressure off. Flex your ankles a lot, hug your inner thighs towards one another, and just slide your hands down the outer line of your legs until you start to sense the stretch and pause. Bring your chin toward your chest, bring your front ribs back, and just slowly increase the sensation, the fold. Your hands might reach your feet, but that's not a goal to strive for. Feel for the possibility of melting into the shape rather than muscularly creating the shape. That doesn't mean your muscles aren't participating or that there isn't any effort, but you have more of an experience of the release of effort.